Hey everybody, so today I'm here to do another video in my exclusively pumping series here on my channel. Today I'm going to be talking all about how long you should be pumping for. Now before I get started, I wanted to say that this video is intended specifically for exclusively pumping moms. I wanted to make that super clear because if you're a nursing mom, things are going to be totally different. Exclusively pumping is when you use a breast pump to express your breast milk with absolutely no latch from baby. I did want to mention though that pumping is still breastfeeding. I think I'm going to start saying that in every single EP video, and hopefully we'll start getting the message to the world that exclusively pumping is also breastfeeding. Now, like I said, I will be talking today about how long you should be pumping. I feel like this is one of the biggest misconceptions when it comes to pumping. I hear so many different things all the time, and it makes me cringe every single time because I just feel like there's just a lack of knowledge about it. Honestly, that's what it is. So I'm making this video to hope clear that up. Also, for people who just play my entire playlist, I felt like this might be beneficial. I know it's going to be a really short video, probably not with how much I like to talk, but I'm just going to go ahead and get started. I guess I should come out with what I see most often happen, and that's someone asking how long they need to be pumping for. Like I said, exclusively pumping moms. And someone replies with, I was told you need to pump for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever. Those are all wrong. What you need to pump for is going to be different from mom to mom. You always want to pump until empty. Now there's two instances in which you don't want to do that, but I will get to that in a second. If you are looking to maintain your supply, you have your supply, you want to keep it, what you need to do is pump until empty. That is different for every single mom. Some moms empty in 7 minutes, 12 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. It just depends. With Sophie, I emptied in about 7 minutes. Like 10 minutes tops. And then with Remy, I empty about 30 to 40 minutes. So it varies from journey to journey, woman to woman, everything. So it's going to be very specific and very just detailed to you. So when people say you need to pump for X amount of time, it's not correct because that might not apply to that mom. Now, if you know for a fact that mom empties in 20 minutes and you tell her she needs to pump for 20 minutes, then you'd be correct. But unless you know without a shadow of a doubt how long they're pumping for, just tell them to pump until empty. Now, I know that we're not completely empty. We are constantly making milk. We're never just bone dry, but you want to get as close to empty as possible. I'll probably make a more in-depth video on this to more specifically explain to you guys how to make sure you are empty. But basically, if you can hand express after pumping and you don't get any streams from that, your boob's all soft and squishy, you're good to go. You're empty. So that's what I talk about getting to empty. Now, like I had mentioned, there are two instances in which you wouldn't want to do that. If you're looking to decrease your supply for whatever reason, you would want to pump before you're empty. So that means stopping your pump session before you've reached that empty point. Now, like I said, there can be a multitude of reasons as to why someone wants to decrease their supply. And a lot of reasons that I see moms lose their supply is because they don't pump until empty. They're stopping sooner. If you do that, you're not going to put that demand into your body, and you're going to leave some in there, and your body's going to start adapting and making a smaller amount of milk. Now, the other instance is if you want to increase your supply, and what you want to do is pump after empty. So you've got squishy boobs, you're not streaming anymore, you know, you maybe even just have some drops. Pump for 5 to 10 minutes after you're empty. That's going to tell your boob, okay, I've emptied, but that's not enough. I need a little bit more. Now, if you're trying to do the last two instances of either decreasing your supply or increasing, you're going to have to keep doing that for about a week or two's time before you see a difference. You can't just pump after you're empty, you know, a couple times a day for like a couple days and then think it's not working. With both instances, you have to give your body enough time to see and register and adapt to that and what you're asking for. That's why if a mom comes to me and asks how to decrease or increase her supply, I tell them to give it a couple weeks because it does take the body a little bit to learn what you're asking. I get a lot of questions of, what do I do if I only have 30 minutes but it takes me 45 minutes to empty? What I like to suggest is a warm compress, massaging, you know, hands-on pumping, making sure you're using your letdown button if it's available on whatever pump you own, and stuff like that can help stimulate milk flow, keep it going, and just encourage it. Now, you can use lecithin to help empty better, but I do not recommend it if you have a history of depression. Obviously, talk to your doctor before you start any supplements. But for some women, it does help them empty faster. So if you're consistently, you know, like it's the work situation and you know every single day you're gonna run into that problem, I would probably look to that, see if it's gonna work for you. Like I said, make sure you look into it with your doctor, see if it'd be a good fit for you. But if that's not possible either, but having a whole bunch of small pump sessions back to back and not necessarily emptying every single one is a lot better than going an extended amount of time and just getting that one and emptying. Now this is where things can get hazy and tricky, and this is where one-on-one help really helps. You know, I can't really be super general on here, but what I can do is tell you to reach out for support. If you're really struggling on finding a routine or have questions or whatever, join a couple of the Facebook groups I always have linked down below in these EP videos. They will help you out tremendously. I love those groups. I'm an admin of the one called Breast Bottle and Beyond, so you can find me in there, although I'm a member of both groups. Don't be afraid to ask for help, because a lot of breastfeeding is one-on-one help, and I realize that more and more as I'm making these videos. You know, I want to try and help you guys as much as I can, but you know, every situation and breastfeeding journey is super unique, so it's just always best to get that like individualized help. But that is about everything that I can think of. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them down below and I will answer them for you guys. I also want to mention that if you guys have any requests for EP videos, leave them down in the comments below. I know a lot of people want to be told, pump this amount of times for this amount of hours for this long and you'll be golden. But when it comes to exclusively pumping, it's just not that easy. Like I said, every breastfeeding journey is super, super personal, and you just kind of have to learn how to adapt to what your needs are and meet those. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks for watching.